Hey, welcome to indigomusic.com, another experience session. And joining me, this wonderful lady needs no introduction, the one and only Usha Uthup Didi. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Niladri.
Thank you.
Thank you all for tuning in, because it's really important for me to be here with all of you. So let me say namaskar, namaskaram, sat sri akal, salam alaikum to all you wonderful people. And this is The Drive, and I'm so excited to be on The Drive with you so that we can talk about all our favorite things, and especially to give all of you some information. If you want any more information about what we're all about, just go on to indigomusic.com.
Well, the pleasure is ours, Didi. I need to exercise my Bengali. Apni kemon achen?
Ami khub bhalo go.
আপনার মনে থাকবে না, কিন্তু আমি আপনার সাথে দেখা করেছিলাম 1992-তে. You had come for the Ooty Flower Show, and I had come with my previous boss, Alphonse Roy, and we had the privilege of shooting you. It was a fan moment then. It's a fan moment now.
Thank you so much. In Ooty, is it? The flower show.
For the flower show you had come. Didi.
92, that's a long time ago.
Yes,
my God.
Now, Didi, you're playback singer extraordinaire. You're the undisputed queen of blues and jazz. My question to you about blues and jazz at the very first is, how has the jazz and blues scene evolved in India, in your opinion?
Actually, as far as I'm concerned, it has been, and it will always be there. It will always be alive and buzzing, and what shall I say, dynamic. The jazz scene or the blues scene in India, or basically the Western music scene in India, okay, if we put it broadly that way, will always be live and really fantastic. But let me tell you, as far as I'm concerned, it is truly a niche audience. I mean, you can't get masses to listen to you if you're doing jazz, or if you're doing blues and Western music, but it's there. Very, very much there, very prevalent. And as I said, it's a niche audience, and it's wonderful to be performing to a niche audience, especially when you get opportunities to perform all your favorite songs and all your favorite music, which has been done by some amazing Indian musicians as well, and also, of course, the international musicians, which of course brings us to the fact that Jazz Goa in Goa is doing this, and I'm so sad that I can't be there live, really. Right. And this is happening on the 30th, and I think everybody's going to have such a wonderful time, and I'm going to be missing the whole thing. But you know something, Jazz Goa is really quite amazing. It's got such a fantastic lineup of singers and musicians. I really wish I was there, Niladri, really.
Well, Goa is going to miss you, Didi, as well. Now, Didi, this song might ring a bell. Mockingbird Hill. What are your memories as a 9-year-old when you performed with Radio Ceylon?
Let me tell you that radio has been my singularly my biggest inspiration, and I would say Radio Ceylon especially. It has such wonderful memories for me, and though it's a bit, shall I say, foggy and misty when I think about it, it's so many years ago. But still, it remains vivid for me because it was Radio Ceylon, and it was Hamid Sayani's program. It was my two sisters, Indira and Duma, who took me over there to sing, you see. And it was a program called the Ovaltine Amateur Hour, which was done by Hamid Sayani. Now, Hamid Sayani and Amin Sayani were our brothers. And Amin Sayani did the Binaka Geetmala, the ever famous Binaka Geetmala. And Hamid Sayani was doing all the English programs. So I think what is really memorable for me is the fact that, I had learned this song, Mockingbird Hill, so well, and my sisters had taught it to me so beautifully. And I went over there and stood in front of the microphone and promptly forgot the words in between and started crying. And, I started crying, but I started singing again. But, I was really, really nervous. Excuse me, as I am now. Very nervous. So it was a song which went, tra-la-la, twiddle-dee-dee, it gives me a thrill to wake up in the morning on a mockingbird hill. And I forgot the next line, and I started crying.
Oh, wow.
That was really sad. But the next time I went again, after a couple of months or maybe a year, I'm not quite sure chronologically where it came, but when they asked me, I mean, the song that I was singing, it was, she wore an itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini that she wore for the first time today. And again, I forgot the words. But this time, I was very alert. I knew that, and I think it started from then on, that more than being, music's not my business, as I always say, communication is. And more than anything else, more than being a good singer or performer, whatever, you have to be a good camouflage artist. Never show your mistake to anybody else.
Right.
In the audience. I mean, your musicians are there to pick up for you, and it's your body language and it's everything else which will communicate to the musicians what, I mean, if you've missed a line or if you've missed a verse, something like that, but never show it to the audience. And from this song, it was something like, she wore an itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini. So nobody knew that I'd forgotten the words. So I think I learned very early in life that it's important to be a good camouflage artist and not, show your mistakes. Like I keep telling all the younger singers, it's okay. Everybody makes mistakes. But nobody's come here in the audience to hear you say, oh, I'm so sorry. Or, you stick your tongue out and say that. I don't think that's right, actually. There's no need. Not right or wrong. I mean, I'm not here to pass judgment over that. But there's definitely no need. You can always camouflage it and make it a part of your song. And that actually is what gave me the, what shall I say, impetus or the inspiration to do better, to be more and more conscious and more alert of what I'm singing and remembering the words and remembering the lyrics. And just in case you didn't, remember to never show it.
Right.
Don't ever show it. Yeah.
Now, Didi, not only are you a pioneer in music and jazz and blues in India, but you're also a pioneer in making a fashion statement. These wonderful saris, these big bindis. I still remember my mom trying to imitate you, and I told my mom, you're not Usha Uthup, Didi. So how do you carry this look off so flawlessly and for so many years?
Well, that's really strange. People keep asking me, but I never started wearing a sari or something to make a style statement, or being in a nightclub, because nightclub singers were, well, in those days it was the prerogative of the so-called Anglo-Indian, right, with their black numbers and lovely gowns and beautiful hourglass figures and their blonde wigs and things like that. And that was the normal scene, right, that you would expect in a nightclub. And there I came along with a sari, but it was never to be rebellious or anything. Coming from a very middle-class upbringing and a very middle-class, shall I say, family, I think I just wore the sari because that's what Amma wore, that's what my sisters wore, and that's what everybody around me wore in the family. We're a South Indian traditional family. And so I just started wearing the sari. And I think I came in at such a time in 1968, 69, when people would never imagine that a sari would be in a nightclub.
Right.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Or having said that, the sari being in a nightclub, they would probably expect me to sing some Carnatic music or get into a dance, some Bharatanatyam or something like that, because of the way I look.
Right.
But then when they heard me sing, never know how much I love you, I was even more a big shock for everybody.
Right.
So I guess, or shock or surprise, so out of curiosity, people started coming. So I was lucky. And then the sari slowly became, the only dress I really knew. And in between the school uniform, I got into wearing shalwar kameez in between, and then getting into the sari. And that was just part of me. It wasn't really to make a style statement or to say that, hey, look at me. I mean, I'm doing something different or breaking these glass ceilings and things like that. It was never like that. So I guess that really helped me. It's just being Indian. It's the only dress I knew. I come from a middle-class family, traditional family. So I wore a sari. Then my bindis were there because we used to wear, it used to be called Chand Buttu. it used to come in a little glass bottle with a stick in it, and then you just dipped it and you put it onto your forehead, and that was it. And then you put probably what was called kungumam, or what they would say kumkum. Yeah. And slowly the shape, it started becoming bigger, and then slowly it started becoming stickers. And then I started drawing my own designs. And then I realized that our script, so fantastic. Bengali. As you can see, I've got a kaw just now on my bindi. So I've got a kaw for Kerala and ka for Kerala, and I've got a kaw for Kolkata. Then I have the for Delhi. I've got lots of different things that I've been doing with the bindi, and so I've just been innovating with that, but never to really be rebellious or to make a style statement. Like I wear Kanjivaram sneakers now.
Oh wow,
that's a big thing. Yeah, that's really a big thing. So it's been quite amazing, and it's fantastic. In fact, I think half the reason why I'm still around is because I've always maintained my Indianness, and I always say thank God for the sari.
Now, Didi, I was born in the 70s, grew up listening to your music in the 80s. You made truckloads of music in your time, and you continue to do so. I have my 5 favorite songs, which I used to listen and from the movies that you sang in. My question to you is, could you rate this in the order of 1 to 5? Which one is your favorite and which one is your least favorite? Though these are my top 5 favorite songs.
Okay.
Hare Rama Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Ramba Ho. Doston Se Pyar Kiya.
Yes.
Hari Om Hari.
Okay.
And Ek Do Cha Cha Cha.
Okay, as far as I'm concerned, it would be Doston Se Pyar Kiya, number 1.
Okay.
Second would be probably Ramba Ho.
Okay.
Is it on your list, Ramba Ho?
Absolutely.
Yes. Third would be 1 2 Cha Cha Cha.
Yes.
Next would be Hari Om Hari.
Okay. And
of course, to top it all now is Darling.
Yes, absolutely. Now, Usha Didi, if you were to collaborate with an artist in India or an international artist anywhere in the world, who would that artist be, and why would you choose?
In India, I'm open to collaborating with anybody. Actually, I love doing that. And recently in Jazz Goa, I did some wonderful work with a person called Sebi. It was Colin who put us in touch, Colin De Cruz, who's a dynamic person behind Jazz Goa. He's really fantastic. And the amount of artists that he has really, nurtured and also brought to the forefront. He's really amazing, really. He and his wife make a fantastic team, Diana and Colin. And together they have brought about ever since I joined their WhatsApp group, I've learned so much from Colin. It's quite unbelievable. So I have collaborated with a person called Sebi. Sebi, we did a Goan song, and it was just fantastic collaborating with him. But, the problem in collaborating, I would say. No, subsequently, I did something with Gary as well, Gary Lawyer.
Oh.
We did 2 or 3 lovely songs together, and it was great fun working with them. My idea of collaboration is really, people would probably only think that it is just a question of collaborating as far as duets are concerned. I don't know, somehow that's a misconception as far as I'm concerned, because you can collaborate in so many other ways. And funnily enough, in the Hindi film industry, it's been difficult to collaborate as a duet with anybody else, because excepting for S.P. Balasubramaniam sir, with whom my voice, I could do a duet with him and it would be fantastic. But, even with Bapida, unfortunately he's no more, but I did 1 song with him, 2, 3, something like that, maybe 4 songs with him. But everywhere he sounded like the female artist and I sounded like the male artist. So, our scales, people are not able to figure out that I have a black scale actually. Right. It's a more Western scale that I have, okay? So with the Western musicians, I'm perfectly okay. I'm perfectly okay to sing with them. So if it was an international artist at the moment, if I could, still not even collaborate. I mean, it's my dream really
Right.
to meet up with Harry Belafonte.
Wow.
I don't even know whether it would ever be possible, but he's been singularly, as I said, Radio Salon and then Harry Belafonte. So it would have been wonderful. But if I could collaborate with people like, say, for example, Adele, I think that would be wonderful.
That would be a blockbuster. I can.
Yeah, really. Because
Usha and Adele. That's going to be killer.
As the thing which I did in Bangalore, I think it was called Skyfall in a Sari. So that would be wonderful. But there are plenty of artists I'd like to collaborate with. Shankar Mahadevan, Hariharan, Arijit. So many people I'd like to sing with. But people like Sunidhi, yes. But Shreya is difficult because, she has a very, very high pitch. And, she's such a fantastic singer, really. And actually, the whole new crop of singers are just marvelous, really. Sid Sriram, wonderful singer again,
right.
And lots and lots of other people. But working with Ilayaraja sir has been a dream for me, and it's come true. And I've done so much of work with him and done his concerts as well. Also, I think working with A.R. Rahman was an amazing experience. Actually, all the musicians, I'd like to collaborate with more and more and more. And if we're talking about jazz concerts, like the one they're going to have on the 30th in Goa, right. It would be really so wonderful if we had more opportunities like that. But then, again, Niladri, I think what we really need, I mean, this is coming from a person who's been around for 53 years, okay? I think what we really need is that kind of money to sponsor good jazz shows. If you really want it to take off really well, it doesn't have to always be that you have to get international artists, because people like, say, for example, Braz Gonzalez and all the people I've known, I mean, Louis Banks, all the jazz musicians, I've performed with almost every good Western music instrumentalist, okay? Right. Xavier Fernandez, I mean, really marvelous, absolutely. Stanley Pinto, really fantastic musicians, okay? But somehow when it comes to, doing a jazz show or doing a Western music show, we don't have that kind of money to pump in to make it a really grand thing, if you know what I mean. The production values is not there. So then you have to bring some international artists. And when there's an international artist, then your prices go up even further. Right. So we need people to really sponsor. Right. And I think through your channel, if we get people to really sponsor good Western music. Well, there are so many fantastic vocalists in Bangalore that I know, right. And musicians. Every musician I've performed with, simply because I've been around for 53 years, so somewhere or the other, I've had the opportunity to perform with them. And if I haven't taken everybody's name, it's because the time is short and I'm not able to make a list and tell you all. But I still believe that the best of jazz musicians come from Goa. I still believe that most of them, well, I would say 99.9% have come from Goa. And that makes me feel so happy to say that. And I really love being in Goa for the music. I always used to say that you get two Goans together and you get a song, you get three of them and you get harmony. Yeah. It's just so amazing. I just love being in Goa for that. Not like normal tourists would say, the sun and sea and the beach and this and that, but it's for the music. And I think that's what really draws me close to Goa. And what is making me sad that I can't be there for the International Jazz Festival, which has been done by Jazz Goa and Colin De Cruz, really.
Diri, some quick-fire questions coming at you. Two options, you got to choose one. Here goes, Bob Dylan or the Blues Brothers?
Bob Dylan.
Kharagpur chai with luchi and aloo or masala dosa?
That's tough, actually. Oh, masala dosa.
A ferry ride on the Hooghly or a drive through the Worli Sea Link Road?
Would drive to the Worli Sea Link anytime.
Watching a movie on these days OTT platforms or in cinema halls?
OTT platforms.
Performing music live on stage or a studio recording session?
Live all the way.
Now, Didi, I know you're very busy, but if we could end this with you singing a few lines, and especially that song which you sang right at the top of our interview, Fever, I'm guessing, never knew how much I love you.
No, I've actually got another song outside, especially
anything
for
else?
you. This has also been done by a Goan boy who is now in Delhi, and his name is Edwin. And he made this for me. It was so beautifully played, and it's meant for all of you.
All right.
And Niladri, you said you had only 5 songs of which were your favorites in Hindi, right?
Right, in Hindi.
But remember that I sing in 17 Indian languages.
Absolutely, I know.
And 8 foreign languages. And if it would be lovely if you could have enumerated or, said which were your 5 top English songs of mine. I would say even today, people love listening to Fever, as you just said.
Right.
Yeah, Fever, there's Jambalaya.
Yeah, Jambalaya.
Then,
I loved your collab with Parikrama.
Yes, wasn't that so amazing?
That was just brilliant. I mean,
I hope it. Yeah, now that's the kind of collaboration I'd like to do.
Right.
I'd love to do that kind of. There are so many new bands that are there.
Right.
Some of them I'm not sure of all the names in Bangalore, but I mean I've done lots of stuff with Carlton as well. But as a collaboration, something like with Taikuram Bridge,
yes.
probably. Yeah, that would be fantastic. Or Mother Jane. There are so many wonderful young groups that are coming up. I'd like to collaborate with them because I'd like for them to know that I live to tell the tale that this is where it started.
Right, absolutely. Didi, a few lines, Didi, please. Everyone in Bangalore would love to hear that beautiful voice.
Okay, it's a song dedicated to all of you.
Thank you.
I'd like to say thank you to Niladri for giving me such a good, fantastic opportunity. And if you want some more information about everything that we do musically, please go to indigomusic.com. Don't forget that. Okay, here's your song for you. Will true love come my way on this carnival day? Or will I be alone with my dreams? I'll sing to the stars in the sky. I'll sing till the sun rises high. Carnival time is here. Magical time is here. And as the time grows near, dreams fill my heart. I'll sing while I play my guitar. I'll sing to a voice from afar. Will love come my way this carnival day and stay here in my heart? Absolutely epic guitar solo. So Jazz Goa, I'm gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss being with you. But I'm here with this song, especially for all of you. Thanks much. A day in the life of a fool, a sad, long and lonely day. I walk the avenue, hoping I'll run into the welcome sight of you coming my way. I stop just across from your door, but you're never home anymore. So back to my room, and there in the gloom I cry tears of goodbye. Will true love come my way on this carnival day, or will I be alone with my dreams? So Indigo, thank you so much for such a fantastic opportunity of being with all of you and your listeners. I'd like to say thank you to Jazz Goa as well.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only, the legend herself, Usha Uthup. Usha Uthup, Didi, thank you so much. Absolute pleasure and honor having this chat with you. Big hugs, love, pronouns to you. And well, I'll never forget this chat. Thank you so much for giving us your time.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And wish me luck for my next show.
Absolute. You don't need luck. You have all the luck and love from India. So you're just going to go there and break a leg. So,
Niladri, thank you so much. I wish you'd ask me to sing a Kannada song. Next show.
Next show. All right. Thank you, Didi. Great
Bye.
talking to you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.